Hello everybody and welcome back to the realm. Last episode I made this interior here, which I think looks awesome. And also, as of right now, the last episode actually has over 100 views, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but that's actually really good for me. So if you want to help me keep the ball rolling, I'd really appreciate it if you liked this video, subscribed to my channel, or even just dropped a comment. You know, all those interactions count, so please do that. And in this episode, I'm finally gonna use that wool farm that I made down there 2 episodes ago, because in this episode, here's just some blocks that I'm using. In this episode, one of the things that I'm gonna do is make, oh man, it's night, that's fine, I can still be in my base, is at the top of that tower, I'm gonna make a flagpole that goes up, and I'm gonna have my face on it. So there's just gonna be a nice zombie pigman head right at the top of that tower looking over this whole place, and I think that's gonna look pretty cool. So to start this tower off, I'm gonna need to figure out where to put the flag post in. And my initial idea was to put it over top of this water right here, but I think that can cause some issues with getting back up onto here, because you can still drop down, but then when you try to get up on the water elevator, it doesn't quite work so well. So also, I don't want to just make it like 2 blocks high, because I feel like it would look kind of stupid to have it like floating up off the ground. And I don't want to mess around with that. Even if like I put one here or there, it would still kind of block you off. So that's not what I'm going to do. Instead, I'm either going to probably use this corner or this block right here. I think I'm going to start out with this one. And what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to start by trying it out by making it 20 blocks high. It's not going to be made out of dirt, but I'm just using dirt as a placeholder. I'm going to build up 20 blocks, then go down probably to those trees over there and see what it looks like. So just from looking down here, I don't think that 20 blocks is going to cut it. I think I'm going to try and extend it at least another 10 blocks higher. So I put it another 10 blocks up, and I think this looks more the height that I want it. I might want to take like 2 or 3 blocks off the top. But before I do that, I just want to get another angle, and I kind of want to see what it looks like up this staircase if I look across and see that, because this is going to almost get us like level with the tower. And yeah, so from here that looks like way too high. So maybe even I'll just take like 5 blocks down and then see how that looks. Yeah, I ended up taking 3 blocks off the top, so that means that this is 27 blocks tall. And now all I need to do is grab some oak logs and put them in so that we don't have a dirt pole. And now that the post is up, all I need to do is make the actual flag. But it's probably going to be pretty difficult to get up there. And usually what I do is I just use dirt as like scaffolding pretty much. But I actually made a bamboo farm a few episodes ago, so I think I may actually be able to make some scaffolding. Let's see, yeah, this is a ton. I definitely don't need this much, but I'll probably take like 2 stacks. And I don't know how much string I have, but honestly any amount of scaffolding would help with this project. And it's only like 27 blocks tall, so it's not too big of an issue. Yeah, let's grab this string. I might not want to use it all on scaffolding, but oh yeah, that's okay. 42, that's awesome. Like, that's actually really going to be helpful. And yeah, that barely put a dent into the amount of bamboo that I have, so I should be good with that. And these are the blocks that it's going to be made out of, because again, it's going to be the zombie pigman face. And all the wool I got from the wool farm that I made. I actually borrowed some moss from number 0. I just borrowed a piece of his, bone mealed it, and then, you know, got a ton. And just starting off with this, an important thing to know is that because it's a player head, or a flag of a player head, It's going to be 8 by 8 blocks wide because they are 8 by 8 pixels wide. And also I'm going to use these grindstones to sort of connect the flag to this. And I just want to have one spot up above right there, like one block above that. So then if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hopefully I counted that right. But yeah, I'm gonna start out with the green wool, I'm pretty sure. Usually what I do is I'll sort of plan out builds just on the fly in the world. But this one was a bit more complex, so I decided to make it in a creative world. And yeah, it's a good thing that I did, and that I have a picture here because I'm not starting out with the green wool. I'm actually starting out with the light gray. And what I'm gonna do, whoops, I don't want to put it there. There we go. I'm just gonna go like layer by layer. So this right here is gonna be the bottom layer, and we have light gray wool, moss, and I'm just gonna keep kind of building this out. Hopefully it'll look good when it's done. Right here, at least on the picture that I have, it looks pretty good. And also one thing that I think is gonna add a lot to this is I tried to make it look kind of like wavy, so it's gonna go like out at sort of an angle instead of just being flat. Alright, it's done, and I think that looks really cool, especially from up here. And the further you are away from it, the cooler it looks. As you get closer, the effect somewhat goes away. And I think that's because I made it kind of wavy, as if the wind was actually blowing it. I'm not sure if that's worth like the extra natural factor added or not, so let me know in the comments if you think I should flatten it to make it more recognizable, or if I should just keep it nice and wavy. I think I'm going to keep it wavy for now because it looks pretty cool. And I was concerned that it wouldn't look good from the back, but it actually doesn't look too bad. Like, I just ran back here, and it doesn't look as good as it does on the front, but I don't think it looks terrible. I mean, if you swapped my head around, you know, that's what it would look like. So I think that was a successful project, but I'm not done with the top of the tower yet. So the next thing that I want to build up here is a dock for an airship. I actually wanted to build an airship a while ago. It was like one of the first ideas that I had for what to do with this tower. And I figure it would look a little bit goofy if I just had an airship right next to the tower, so I'm going to build a little bit of a dock for it. And also at first I was going to have it out in front, except then I realized if I have an airship right here, it might kind of obscure this flag, which is really intended to be viewed from this direction. So I'd rather have it be obscured from the back. So I think I'm going to have the dock go out this way. And that is a little bit annoying because that means that this post is going to be in the way, but I don't think that's going to be too big of a deal. And also just figuring out how like wide I want it. I think I'm also going to take out these blocks right here. I can always fix and tweak as I see fit. And I think even for now I'm going to actually leave these upside down stairs in. Well, let's say, so I'm going to continue with the polished granite. Let's just say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks out. Yeah, I think that this is probably going to be enough. I'm just going to continue these over. And I have some oak logs. I kind of want to try like a border of oak logs around this area, just to see how that'd look. I'm going to need to take a look at that from below because, you know, I didn't do that at all throughout this build and it might look goofy. So that is definitely something that could potentially happen. I also want to put in some oak fences, which I actually think that is going to look good. These logs, maybe not so much, but the fences I think definitely will. And I'm gonna have, let's see, right here, it's 2 blocks high. Not sure that I want to do that, so I might just have it like that, and then take these fences, extend it out. And as far as it looks up here, I think this looks alright. Maybe I might want to actually make it a little bit thinner and have the border be here, but I'm going to need to take a look at it from down below before I make any decisions like that. My initial reaction from looking at this down here is that it is too wide. I do think I'm going to want to bring that border in a block like I said. I think the fences go with it, and I actually think that the oak logs do as well, just because it doesn't really connect with the stripped ones, so it doesn't make it look weird. But I'm going to need to bring that in a block, and then I can see what I think after that. So just looking at it from here again, I do think that it looks a lot better now that I brought that in a block. And obviously there are things that I'm going to have to do on the bottom. Some other things that I want to try though, I might want to, I don't really like how that like log is showing right there. Instead I might have the border and have it extend like one beyond that ending pillar or something like that. And yeah, just having to like make a change then come back down is really making me miss. In my single player world I had a add-on. It was a part of Fabric called the free cam mod, and basically you could just take a camera wherever you wanted, and it was so convenient. You know, I'd be building, then I could pull away, see what it looks like, and then just go right back instead of having to go back and forth and back and forth. I extended these out a block beyond right here, and it actually looks pretty good from the ground, but still we can't have this granite showing because that looks goofy, and that's gonna be a little bit annoying to deal with. I think what I'm gonna do is go up to the second highest tower, or not the second highest tower, this highest side tower, so that I can build out on the side here. And I'm pretty sure scaffolding can only go like, well, okay. Scaffolding may not work for this situation, unless, can I like put it on the side now? Yeah, okay. There we go. I'm new to, okay, and also I can't do that. Luckily we have bedrock bridging. Okay. Yeah, I'm new to scaffolding, usually like I never, crap! Okay, goodbye. As I was saying, I'm new to scaffolding, so I'm not really used to, you know, its limitations and constraints. So that poses a few risks for me. And anyway, my first idea of how I can make this look better is by bringing some stairs down like that and then just extending out wood through here. I might have to change it up a bit towards like the side here, or towards the actual tower. Let me put some more dirt. I'm actually very concerned of stepping on that now. Because this might not be enough of like a gradual slope, I guess, if that makes sense. Also, I'm going to replace those with logs. Might look a little bit too loggy, so I'll change that if that's the case. And also, it's going to be kind of difficult to look at this with all my dirt scaffolds, but I don't really want to take that out, so I'll try and see if I can get a good vantage point. Yeah, I have to say that's just too much oak logs. Like, it's, yeah, there's not really enough variation in there, so I might try and take some like bricks and stone and maybe have that in there, like have it the same shape, but have that in there instead of the oak and spruce stairs. So I tried putting in like the stone bricks and the smooth stone in there, and it didn't look really that good, so I took it out and just started experimenting. And that's what I have for right now. There's probably better ways to do it, but I think that looks decent. I actually based it off of like how I did this bridge down here. I think it almost looks like the andesite is sort of supporting that, which I think looks good. And I can't decide. Right now I have slabs right there. I think what I'm going to do is take out the scaffolding and then decide if I want slabs there or full blocks. I actually didn't do either of those, and instead what I did is I took some stairs and faced them in towards a slab. Also at the back there, I used to just have the spruce slabs going all the way to the tower, but I decided to put some polished andesite there, and I think that makes it look a lot better. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I think especially that flag is awesome. It'll be cool to get this airship in here now that we have the dock. And if you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing. That's about it, so I will see you in the next one.